So, if you've ever been on the internet, you've probably heard of Team Fortress 2, or maybe even the company known as Valve. Valve is a game developing company that started out in 1996, and they've made multiple popular games that you might have even played. They've made Team Fortress, Half-Life, Portal, CSGO. These are just some of the more popular ones they've made, and it's never a surprise to see Valve make a game with a really intricate, enigmatic story. They have, with most of their games, made something of a habit of giving them, revolutionary mechanics, like in the Portal series, or making a really story-rich game, like Half-Life. Unfortunately, another habit they've made is abandoning their quote-unquote golden child games. With most of their major series, this is how it's gone down. They'll make the first game that's pretty okay, it's pretty good, and when that game does well and they make a lot of money, the fans encourage them to make a second game, and then they make the second game, which completely blows the first one out of the water. Then Valve, like any other developing company, updates their games and gives it new things, but Valve will eventually tend to leave the game for long enough that it actually starts to fall to ruin. When the fans ask for them to fix it, or for a new installment in the series, or even just a measly update, they don't bother. They usually don't bother. I say usually because Half-Life Alyx is, kind of considered a Half-Life 3. Now, Team Fortress is the worst case of this alleged abandonment. You cannot, nowadays, find a single main game server that isn't filled with bots, whether that be casual, competitive, or even the alternative game modes in casuals. There are some lobbies that are entirely bots and can basically not be fixed because there's not enough people to vote kick all of them. The vote kick system doesn't even usually work because there's a cooldown to it, and it's just usually inefficient. And then by the time you end up kicking one, 3 more have joined. And if you kick them, they'll be back. The only surefire way to play without them is to play on community servers, which just isn't the same. They haven't gotten a major update in 5 years, and even minor updates are usually just bug fixes. We haven't gotten any new items for months, and we haven't gotten even a new update since March. And the reason for that is that Valve finally fired the last of their developers. They've just gone through and picked off every single one of their developers to the point that when they fired the last one, it was havoc. And so now there's no updates, there's nobody working on the game. The report button doesn't do anything because when it says, "Oh, report a bug, our moderators will view it," no, they won't. There's no moderators, they're all gone. Many people have continued to play TF2 because they've had some hope that Valve would do something about the bots and give us some new content and maybe just bring us some new updates, bring some new developers into the scene. Because the game is so overrun with hackers and bots and unplayable glitches that the game itself is almost unplayable at this point. We've been waiting for a long while now for them to do something, but there's just been no reaction. So as of now, the TF2 community is just giving them a little push in the right direction. We're actually doing something of a peaceful protest about it, but online. You can use hashtag SaveTF2 at the end of all your posts and streams and videos and anything else you put online. If you like TF2 or you just want to support the cause, use SaveTF2. To get more traction with the movement, share the video. You don't have to like or sub or anything, which of course is nice too, but you don't have to. Just share it to as many people as you can. Don't do it for my sake or my channel's sake. Do it for TF2 and its amazing community of dedicated, hopeful players. Drink your tea, and let's save TF2.